went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do we do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-3415 or online at ambitionelectric.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show, powered by Sunbelt Rentals. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador, Select Plumbing, Jimmy John's, Lincoln Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits, Fleet Feet, Yours Cheese Spread on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Live from the heart of Lincoln, America. Welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into Ticket Weeknights again. I'm Harrison Arns running the ones and twos. We just wrapped up We Talk Facts. Had Ahman Green hop in for that one. Now we have the Don't Punt Hour with host, as always, DeMornay, Pierson'El, and Ahman Green sticking around for the first half of this show as well. But DeMornay, I'll go ahead and throw it to you. I know we got a guest lined up, but first of all, just how's it going today? I got crazy events going on.
It's going good. It's a little louder than it usually is, but, it's getting a little used to that. But today, we got a captain, former black shirt, Josh Mitchell, joining us today. Mighty Mouse. Me and him used to, get back into it here and there when I first got to campus and everything like that. So I'm excited to have him on today.
Absolutely. And that being said, Josh Mitchell, can you hear us? Do we got you on the line right now? Absolutely. Sounds like we got him on here. But yeah, nonetheless, DeMornay, Pierson'El, I just want to kind of throw it back to you. Go ahead and give me your intro of Josh Mitchell and familiar name, but you're going to know him better than a lot of us.
I mean, his name speaks for itself. He's a former captain, 5'6", 5'7", maybe 160, 165, former black shirt. And I went to battle against him, when I first got here and everything like that. So I felt it was only right, to kind of take it back a little bit and bring him into this thing and everything like that, and just ask him a couple questions and sees what he has been up to lately.
Absolutely. And John, Yep, we can hear you just fine. And just first of all, I appreciate you coming on here with us. But yeah, nonetheless, kind of just following up what DeMornay Pierson'El said, just a little bit, about your history and kind of how your guys' relationship, how that all started. Well, we might be having some problems here. We can hear him, but I'm not sure if he can exactly hear us. So Josh Mitchell, we'll keep you on the line here, and hopefully we can get a producer back there to kind of help us get that checked out. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and switch it up then to Michigan. And we came off the loss from there, going into Illinois. DeMornay, we talked about it a little bit on the last break, but what are you looking for with this Husker team going tomorrow? It's a short week. You're going to have to bring your own energy. It is a Friday game. What are you looking from these Huskers tomorrow?
To bounce back, have a complete game, all phases, offense, score, keep the ball, stay in rhythm, make opportunities, defense for them to have takeaways and create opportunities and to create points.
Okay, we'll get a producer on that. Yeah, we just lost him. No worries.
For them, to get back to just having a complete game and, in all phases, special teams be special, do what they need to block a kick, block a punt, create havoc and give the offense opportunity to score.
Absolutely. And then I'm trying to think, you guys When did the Friday games first start coming around for college football? I mean, that's pretty recent.
We always played Iowa on Friday. So
Yeah,
this is,
yours
I think
was different. The Black Friday game.
Yeah, I think this was I think this is the first time. I think it's the 2 Fridays in a season.
Yeah, I want to.
So
say
I'm not familiar with that. I don't understand it.
I think it's a ratings thing.
It's that TV money is kind of what I get out of it. You get more games to show on that Friday. I mean, what do you guys kind of feel on the Friday games? Because to me, I'll be honest, I've always kind of looked at Friday as like a sacred like high school football. Like I've always kind of never been. It's always a little weird for me to watch college football on the Friday. But where are you guys at with it?
Once I stopped playing on Friday, you move on to kind of bigger and better things. Okay, you playing on the weekend, you getting used to that, and then getting to the NFL level and everything. Like, of course, you got weeks, you got games during the week, but I mean, always playing on Sunday. So, I mean, I'm not too strong about it. I mean, to each his own. I'm not a huge fan of it, honestly.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat with Harrison here. It was high school. That's high school all over the country here in the United States. So that's more of that day. But, like for ratings, like I mentioned, Big 10, Big Plus, whatever they call it, to get their extra games in, to make sure there's coverage for advertisers and obviously fans in different areas that can't get games on a Saturday or whatever. But sometimes we know them Saturday games are blacked out because of attendance not being there or being sold out game, which all our home games sold out regardless of what our team's doing. So, yeah, I'll say Friday. Friday is like, you just got to remember. Because I didn't realize this week was Friday. I'm glad somebody told me on Monday.
They reminded me yesterday. I was saying Saturday until somebody corrected me. Was like, no, we playing on Friday this week.
Right.
I'm like, huh?
Yeah, it still throws me off. Those Friday games. It's a late 7 o'clock kickoff, which would be kind of nice to have a night game at least. Lately, we just haven't been a great enough football program to get more of those scheduled night games. But nonetheless, get one tomorrow versus Illinois. What are you expecting out of the defense? Because I think a lot of people's biggest problem with Michigan is not the fact that we lost, but it was simple things, just missed assignments. You heard Tony White talk about that repeatedly in his press conferences, saying guys just weren't executing, just missing their assignments. It wasn't like they weren't necessarily trying, but mentally they weren't focused. And he blamed himself not having those guys ready. But what are you looking for this defense in particular that did not really have a good showing at all at any point during that Michigan game? And the coaches, they tell you the same.
To reestablish themselves, just get back to how they playing comfortable football, flying around, being in the right position at the right time, hopefully create some turnovers. And bad games happen or, off days happen and whatnot. I mean, that comes with the game, but just getting back to, what we're starting to see in the first couple of games. So just reapplying, like that's their identity, really.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I say get the offense kind of cranking up a little bit more because we got an opportunity with a team that is giving up a lot of points there. And then defense too, like you mentioned, making sure they don't take that loss as like, this is how good we are. Like, oh my God, we gave those points. Don't look at that. Just turn the page, get ready for another team. And because I know when you walk around the new area in terms of the locker room, they have on the wall, I remember seeing, going 1-0 for the Northern Illinois game. So they have that mindset, one game at a time mindset. So again, 1-0, go this week against Illinois in Champaign, and then that's everywhere, not just the defense, but offense. Come out there and get back to the previous 2 games because this is a game that is very winnable, for this team right now, walking up into going into Champaign.
Yeah, and we look at Illinois. Obviously, they're having that kind of same season where the expectations, they're not really hitting them right now. You looked at last season, they were kind of the darlings of the Big Ten. Brett Bielema, I still think he's a great coach. But looking at this season, they've just been struggling right out of the gate. They're missing their running back. That's pretty clear. But I'm hoping this offense kind of take advantage of what has just been pretty lackluster Illinois defense. They haven't been as strong in the trenches. What are you expecting or hoping for out of our running game? Fleeks might get some touches, which is interesting. Emmett Johnson's really starting to pop off for Matt Rule. He's been talking about him a lot, but obviously you got your guy in Anthony Grant. What are you looking for in the run game?
Hopefully 100+ game, 2 touchdowns type of game for him, to reestablish, what he brings to the table to show, the type of back he's going to be. He's going to have to be, the cowbell the offense, especially in the running game. To take the pressure off the quarterback. Make the game easier, kind of more comfortable for him. So I mean, I am expecting him to step up and take advantage of the opportunities that are going to be coming his way a lot more.
Yeah. So I mean, Heinrich and the running backs, Grant, just making sure they understand. There's the coaching side of it. The coaching happens during the week where they get all the players ready to go. They know the schemes, offensively, defensively, special teams, prepare them. But then once you get in the game, you got to understand. I mean, I think Justin Fields, Chicago quarterback, said this a few weeks ago because of the struggles he was having. He's like, I got to go out there and just be the athlete I am.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we overprocess things, especially in a bad game like last week was and other games. So when you overprocess that stuff, you slow yourself down as a player. So don't do that. Just go out there and play 100 miles per hour. Watch the film later to make the corrections. Then and play as hard as you possibly can. And this is an area, and this is a game and a team you could do that against.
Absolutely,
you could go out there and on their home field, be on the road, and kind of mess up their house. I know that was something we used to say in our locker room when we were on the road. Let's go mess up their house. This is not our house. Let's do our thing here. And then when you do that, you'll be, like I said, you're more the player that you got to the college and earned that scholarship for than anything else.
Yeah, and definitely take advantage of it. I want to ask you guys, just because it's crazy. You see that Illinois, their stadium was on fire inside last night or 2 nights ago?
So that's what they were saying when they were saying they were thinking about like not playing there or something. I seen something it was a fire. I didn't exactly know what the situation was.
Yeah, so they had it
or whatnot
inside the stadium. Apparently, it wasn't as bad as what people were saying, but there was a fire inside the stadium. And I did think it was funny. Matt Rule was like, I thought I'd hoped that we were going to play at home again, but no, it's just one of them. You guys ever have any crazy stories where you were, supposed to go to an arena and something catastrophic or the structural integrity came apart, or the field that you played on was just awful and should not have been played on that day?
The only thing I can really think of is 1 year I was with the Raiders. We played actually in Canada. I think it was Winnipeg Stadium,
okay.
And the Canadian field is longer.
You got the field goals. Inside
and it's right there in the middle. So
10 yards or something like that.
I want to say we were playing the Packers. I think their doctors came out there and pretty much were saying that the field was like unfit to play in. So like they actually like cut the field shorter. I
remember that watching that game on TV.
The goal line was actually like the back of the end zone, and then they moved the field. It was something weird.
It was a preseason game, right?
Yeah,
yes, I remember watching.
Wait a minute, break this down for me, because I have never heard of this. So they had to actually shorten the field because it was unfit.
Because they said it was unsafe to play in because the Canadian field had the field goal where they have, because their field goal posts are like right.
Yeah, it's in the middle.
So
yep.
That was a piece of it, and then they were saying that I want to say it was something with the turf. It was something with the turf, but the biggest one was that it was a big hole literally in the middle of the field. So they moved the end zones.
I remember that game.
They cut both end zones. Like, so we actually played, I want to say, like on an 80-yard field. Yeah. Actually, it wasn't a full play field, and it was that. Other than that, that was the only thing I could say that was a weird time or something that had happened with a field or a stadium to play in.
Right. Oh man. I do remember watching it. It was a preseason game. A kid that I mentored went up there, and he's like, "Oh man, I got to see this game all like this." I couldn't even play right up there. For me, I would say I have a couple games. One I played in my rookie year as a Seahawk. We played down in Kansas City, and it was like a torrential downpour all day long. And even during the game, so the first half of the game, I was kick returner with the wind swirling too in Arrowhead. And I'm like, I'm just letting this ball bounce. I'm not even thinking about
catching
and then on top of letting it bounce, it was almost 6 inches of rain on the field. It was raining so fast that it couldn't drain. So the field was like playing in a small puddle. And
wet socks,
red socks, everything. I sprained my knee. So first quarter I sprained because I'm, slipping and sliding, and I get cut, fall down, give you the tackle. But they put a brace on it, and I played the rest of the game. But yeah, it was water coming out of the stands, like in gushes.
Did you have an eye shield at by any chance?
No, thank God I didn't have that. I think because that would have been a nightmare, sitting there trying to clean it up. Oh my God, no shield on. But I remember spraining it. I'm like, man, first I sprained my knee, And I'm like, look, I'm not catching no field goal. Or I've told my coach, is it okay if I just let the ball bounce and I pick it up on the run? He's like, you good? Because it was all night. It was torrential and it was super windy.
Did you end up winning the game?
We ended up winning.
Okay.
It was a good game. We ended up winning. And then I'm trying to think another stadium I rolled up in. Oh, Carolina Stadium, Bank of America. It was like they was having PGA Tour golf going on that field. It was divots everywhere. Chunks of grass coming out during the game. They lost Dan Morgan and he tore his ACL.
Ouch.
We lost a DB, Antoine Edwards. He tore his he sprained his MCL. And then I'm surprised the game didn't get called, but it did. We played it out. It was a regular season game. What we got here?
Ooh, we got Ahman Green in here. Need more. Oh, he's looking for an autograph here.
Yeah, me mugging too. Oh man,
It's been a busy day.
yeah.
Ahman, how many have you signed so far today, you think?
Actually, this is the only second one.
Second one?
Yeah.
That's
Not
pretty
too bad.
impressive. Yeah, 1040 O Street again. We got a lot of Hall of Famers walking around here. So
Yep.
if you guys want to meet him as
There
well
you
as
go.
just our other on-air talent, we got, P. Ferguson, Bigger Than the Score. Pretty much every single show host, just by looking out the windows,
Yep.
is here. So if you guys want to meet, some of your favorite shows, some of these athletes, some of the
Come on
producers.
down.
Yeah, absolutely. Plenty of, it looks like we got some Mary Ellens. I think they're still serving out there. Good grub to eat. And again, definitely check it out. They haven't been here yet. But yeah, I always love hearing those stories because when you get to that professional level, it always surprises me when you have those occurrences where
They typically take care of everything like that. You don't really run into too many things necessarily like that.
With the fields and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But it happens.
Um,
It happens for sure.
So yeah.
who's got the worst field in the NFL when you guys were playing?
I mean,
I'd imagine it's probably a turf one.
when the Raiders were in Oakland, we played on a baseball field. That clay is unforgivable.
Yeah, I played on that same field. So
That's probably worse than getting turf burn on any field.
yes.
You can't cut, you can't plant. It's a nightmare to play on. You don't want to get tackled on that because you will feel that for probably the rest of that season.
Yeah, it's baseball clay. It's that baseball clay for the infield. So I played baseball. So I was like, I'll tell guys, you don't get tackled there.
No,
You don't stay on the green.
as
like,
best as you
I
can.
said, so that's your motivation as a running back. If it's like third down and short, you got to carry that guy to the green to get the first down. I said, you do not want to get tackled. I say, sliding on there, like when you actually baseball slide, it's okay. It's just okay though because you have your
You got pants
your
on.
pants on. It's just okay. But now you're going just with NFL socks, which are thin. Which are thick, and you got a guy possibly throwing you in the turf or into the dirt too. So that's a problem on top of that. But no, it gets interesting in that field. You make a business decision, as we say.
Most definitely. Absolutely.
Oh man.
I always forget about that because I was just watching some Dion highlights the other day, and I think one of his or when it may have been his first big return, I think it was on that clay.
And I think Fulton County Stadium, they played on the baseball field that the Braves played on back then too. So he had dibble dip with that and going to Oakland sometime.
That's crazy era. Thank goodness we're done with the clay fields because I can't imagine.
Or AstroTurf. Like I'm glad I didn't play on any of that stuff.
What was the worst part about AstroTurf?
Ooh, the worst was like he was saying, like the morning was saying about the burns. Like I got turf burns that's still on my body since high school because I had it in high school.
And they probably didn't have like the tape that all these players have.
Yeah,
now.
they don't have. I didn't get that stuff till halfway through my career, like 05, 06.
And that's still stuff. That doesn't even.
It works after the first slide.
It always looks like it's peeling off.
Yes, when at the first peel off, it's over. You got to go to the trainers to re-up it again.
Peel it off, take something, put something else on. It is not
good.
No.
You never had to play on the Astro. That was out by the time you got to the league, though.
As in youth league, I have. Because we used to play out in Old Redskin Park.
Okay.
So they had the youth league games out there. They had a couple fields and everything like that, and it was AstroTurf out there. And our coaches actually told us to take our cleats off and play in tennis shoes.
Yeah.
It was better. It was better for it. So it's a few times that I've played on AstroTurf. I do not recommend it. I'm not a huge fan of turf itself. But it was not fun at all. You when you hit the ground, it feels like concrete. It hurts.
Oh, it was concrete.
It hurts. It hurts.
So, do you guys think it'd be in the NFL's best interest to not right away, 'cause it's probably incredibly expensive, but work towards everyone start implementing real grass? Because you see teams in the Premier League They won't play on your field if it's turf.
No. And they've got $100 million contracts as well,
Mm-hmm.
from their soccer players over there. So with what happened with Aaron Rodgers, 100% is going into the budget. If it's not Roger Goodell, it's going to be the competition committee. And most NFL owners are in the competition committee to say, like what's the owner for the Jets can say, hey, one of my guys, lost this season. We lost the season of production of possibly going to the playoffs as everybody was touting them to go to the Super Bowl. And now one of our guys that was going to lead the charge is gone. So you can put that as a work issue and bring it up to the competition committee and basically get a vote on it, hopefully. So
that's the other part of getting everybody to agree to move things. People don't like change, and it's gonna cost money out of owners' pockets that they're rather. So it's an uphill battle. Hopefully they do get it changed around.
I think the players union, because I'm sure they're
that
100%.
too. They'll chime in too. They'll chime in too. Because they've been getting from players. They've been wanting that for a while. Yeah, it's been complaints.
Prevent injuries. It's proven that it's always argued on how much worse, but it's regardless. It is 100% that there's more injuries. They're more likely to happen on turf. Now, what the margin is where it always gets hairy, and that's where you have the owners and the players going back and forth because they, the owners are going to lessen that number, and the players are going to, typically pick the higher ones. So I think that's all in the mix. But I'm definitely kind of with you guys before we go to break here that, absolutely need to. I'm big on just the grass because, again, I don't want to watch Aaron Rodgers just go down immediately after all the hype going into it. And we do have one from a text. We can go ahead and read this one before we get out of here. Are owners on the competition committee really going to vote for that because the money it's going to cost them?
I'll say there's going to be obviously Jets owner or any other owner or even a GM that may be there that's allowed. I don't know if GMs are allowed, but I know owners are there that lost players to it and lost seasons because of it. Because between Aaron in New York, David Bakhtiari, the tackle in Green Bay, when he tore his knee years ago.
Bosa did his a couple years ago.
Right. So
I mean,
for Chargers or 49ers, Bosa.
49ers.
49ers, Bosa. So that has cost. What's the word I'm trying to find in the work sense? Like workers' comps up in situations for the owners and the players, because then, if they're like for David Bakhtiari, he hasn't been right since then with his knee.
I don't think
it's been 5 years, just about, if somewhere around there. And so, you can't throw that complaint in. And so the owners obviously can't afford lawyers to write up the essays or whatever paperwork they got to submit to say, hey, we really need to do this, and this is why. And then once they get their paperwork done, they have the buddy system. They got other owners who they're friends with, and eventually they'll get everybody to tag along.
You got to get the right group of owners to sign off on it. If you get the right ones, you're good. You're fine.
You're good, and it's going to take time. Just like Morning said, change is tough for everybody, especially people in those positions, because let's be honest, they're on a power trip anyway.
Literally.
So
we see that with the running backs.
So exactly. So just have them say, hey, you got to change the fabric on the ground in your stadium now. When we I think every stadium just got to that point.
Changing it to turf.
Having it. Now guess what? You got to go back to the natural stuff. So now you got to bring in all the stuff you ripped out of the ground to not grow it. Now you got to put that stuff back in to grow it. So of course there's going to be a couple babies like, I don't want to do that. But in the long run, like I said, if it's starting now, probably I could see by 2025, 2026, it could be a changeover by then.
That'd be ideal, at least for a lot of fans, because again, I don't think anyone likes seeing players get hurt, especially on those wild injuries that happen on turf. But again, we got to go ahead and throw it to our first break here. I'm Harrison. We got the morning Pierson'El. Ahman Green, all in studio here with us. We'll have 2 more segments right after this.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Honey, wake up.
What? Tom, it's 5 a.m.
Help me find my keys. I got to get to a Nebraska Lottery retailer early before they run out of Trucks and Bucks tickets. I really want to win one of the 8 new Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew Flex Fuel trucks they're giving away.
Tom, we've talked about this. Trucks and Bucks is the Nebraska Lottery's most popular scratch game. So tickets are going to be around for quite a while, and it doesn't matter what time of day you buy them. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so get back in bed.
As soon as I get back.
From where?
I've got to get to a Nebraska Lottery retailer early before they run out of, breakfast burritos. Yeah, breakfast burritos.
Play $2 Trucks and Bucks from the Nebraska Lottery. You could win one of 8 2023 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew Flex Fuel trucks. Ford F-150 is a registered trademark owned and licensed by Ford Motor Company. Top prize odds 1 in 336,000.
Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness specialize in getting rid of people's pain quickly and permanently. For 31 years, they've been extremely successful with advanced techniques in pain relief using spinal adjustments and decompression, detoxification, diet and lifestyle modification, and more. They are fully equipped to handle the most seasonal athlete, weekend warrior, car accidents, strains, sprains, and more. Is there anywhere you're experiencing pain on your body, or are you fighting decreased energy and depression? Consult Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness first at 402-476-8619.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Repeat after me. I will not touch the fuse box.
I will probably not touch the fuse box.
Sip, do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember.
What happened?
Half of the city block lost power.
And?
My chicken condo went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do we do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-3415, or online at ambitionelectric.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. We're switching it up, moving tables here. We've had a lot of crossovers for tonight's weeknights, which is a good thing, though, because, again, with the amount of talent we have here at The Ticket now, those crossovers are only great to have. So, again, we got DeMornay Pierson'El, DP hopping in for Ahman Green, as I'm sure Ahman's busy signing away more autographs. It's kind of been that night for him.
Pictures.
But, DP, have you been on the mic yet since the grand opening?
No.
What's the feeling? What's the feeling right now?
Listen, Lincoln, Nebraska, y'all did the dang thing. Great turnout, great folks. Literally, I mean, from Bud Seinhorst and the folks from Kiwanis were here, Beatrice Bakery, Raising Cane's, of course, the Mill, Dan and Tamara Sloan, folks from everywhere.
Coach Klempa's here.
Coach Klempa from the bowling team is here now. Couple of, in fact, Mara Smith-Spates and Alexis Bouchert were here earlier as well. Rock Lloyd's here, of course. Bernard Day from the basketball program. Of course, the legion of ticket personalities that currently is. But DP, when you walked in, like a little different.
Way different. Wasn't. I know y'all said it was, it's going to be a little gathering, but this is more than a little.
They showed up, and I have to say it because, like, I really, like, I was crying because I couldn't quite digest everything.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Mary Ellen's is here. He brought the wing, the rib tips and the chicken and the wings and the cornbread and the I was like,
Ahman Green was diving in. He got every single thing out there.
Oh my goodness gracious. So yeah, it's just different. I mean, I was just saying in the morning that, I mean, Alexandria and Arlington, Virginia up in here. She's like, DeMornay Pierson'El's here. Like, she was out there. So she was a boss at Lincoln, at the old Lincoln Electric.
Okay.
And she was a boss there. So look at her. She's taking a selfie with you. That's exceptional. We'll get pictures. She's a boss. That's a big boss right there.
Gotcha.
So when you go out, yeah, and then Adam is a Bears fan. Adam's a big money dude too. They're good folks out there. Folks from Junior Achievement are out there. It's just been cool, bro. Like I can't trip that Northern Virginia. We had some people up in here today. Jay's from Northern Virginia, from DMV. Bernard Day's from DC. Mm-hmm. We had some people here. So well done. Well done, bro. Have you checked the score? Do we know? There's a football game tonight? Harrison, what's the score?
Yeah, let me look it up for the Bears.
Yeah, I'm really not interested in watching it, to be honest.
No, I just need to know what it is, so I know whether to give Harrison grief or not.
I don't want to look it up.
They're probably
7-0 Bears.
You're ahead. Yeah. The Bears are winning.
All
Don't
right.
get too excited.
First quarter, we got 8 minutes to go here. Who got the touchdown? I mean, we were up 28-7, last week. So it's only the first quarter. But Justin Fields, 3 for 5, 85 yards, 1 passing touchdown.
Wow, he threw a touchdown.
You know what? And it was to DJ Moore. That's good to see. DJ Moore, get him involved.
Finally.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, right? Like, finally used it, bro. So this week, have you looked at the schedule to kind of figure out what folks are going on? Like, do you expect the Huskers to win tomorrow night?
I think we have a good chance. They're a team that's looking for their identity as well. It's just who, when it comes down to it, when the game is being played, who is going to have the more complete game, I think, is who's going to draw out the W. I think our defense, have been playing very well. They'll probably get back on track and everything like that. Hopefully we can create some turnovers that'll come away with points or, more opportunities for the offense. It's a Friday night game. You're kind of not used to it playing that day and everything like that. So, I think we got a good chance.
Through all this stuff, we've been trying to figure out what the identity of this Nebraska offense is.
Mm-hmm.
If I asked you who's the best offensive player on Nebraska's team, whose name comes to mind?
That's hard to say, just because one, I think that the running back, he's only this is maybe his third game or second game, like taking over control.
Yeah.
So you got to get him involved and see how things go. It's hard just because you're limited on putting certain people in positions to give them opportunities to play. We really haven't seen any shots downfield, so it's still up in the air on who can actually do what. But it's who's a person do you want the ball in their hands? Obviously, they're comfortable with 24.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to get Kemp more involved. I think Grant, will start to show what he can do from last year and everything like that. I think he's probably arguably the best weapon on offense. And kind of just want to kind of see him, being moved around versus mismatches, getting him out in the flat, give him angle routes or, just wheel routes, or giving him, opportunities to, expand the defense, making opposing teams guard every blade of grass. So hopefully we can get to that and, still having the quarterback be comfortable with, passing the ball, hopefully, get to their intermediate and deep shots, hopefully.
I want to see Marcus Washington on one of those deep shots. That's a wide receiver that like you said, we don't fully know who our guys are because I really haven't had the opportunity to.
Mm-hmm.
And I always kind of felt like Marcus Washington could be that guy. He's really good at high pointing the ball. He's a pretty good route runner.
Just give him a chance.
Yeah.
Well, so
give him a go. Just of course I can say, it's that easy and everything like that or whatnot. But why not? If they play in man free, middle field close, one safety in the middle of the field, why not? Okay, okay, people may be keying on the quarterback side and everything. Tell them to look the opposite way and fling it the other way. You want, okay, what side does he throw the ball better on? Does he throw it on the right side? Does he throw it on the left side? Which one do you like to throw it? Okay, cool. Go with that. Give him give the slot guy a post to get the safety out of there and let Washington have one-on-one with the corner with a go on the outside. Why not?
How important is it for motion to be a part of that interior passing game? Like from hash to hash, motion sets you at an advantage.
Having motions in your offense, and honestly being in Gruden's offense helped me understand that way more. It shows you, what potentially, what the defense is in. And if okay, if they're in some type of too high, they play, 2, 4, 6, 8, or quarters or palms or whatever it is, the motion will let you know. If you motion, your tight end from outside in, and okay, the linebacker bumps out there, it's man possibly, mm-hmm. Or if the corner bumps out to the tight end and leaves the wide receiver, it may be some type of zone. So that's giving your quarterback, okay, alert to this. Now you understand what they're trying to do. Now from a receiver standpoint, okay, you might need to throttle down in this type of hole in the defense, or cross a guy's face fast or something like that. So having emotion is critical because it's telling you what pretty much the defense is going to do.
What defensive coverage was the one that you lit up when you said, okay, they in man, or that man is the one where you start to drool?
I didn't see man too often, and if I did, it was 2-man, and it was a safety over top always. Every now and then,
Jeff and Nicole Essig. That's good.
Certain teams, who have an elite, D-line and everything like that, like they'll run man. Ohio State, they really, they pretty much run cover 3. They bail out of there and everything like that because they have faith in their front 7 that's gonna, create havoc and everything like that. But we couldn't wait to get to man. Please, that's a sign of disrespect. You versus me, I'll take that every day. Every day.
You line up and just go, wait a minute, they still in man, bro. Let's
Please.
go. Let's go.
Please.
Let's go. What's more difficult? What was the most difficult place to hear your quarterback in? Because I know the different buildings have different crowd sounds. And people would think, okay, well, probably Wisconsin. But what was the toughest place to play on the road?
In the Big Ten?
Yeah.
I really wouldn't say it wasn't difficult. I like the big crowds.
Yeah.
I want you noisy. Because when we do something and shut you up, that gives you, it makes you enjoy the game. Ohio State Stadium was loud. Penn State Stadium was loud. But, it's never just about you hearing somebody because oftentimes you have hand signals. Or communication, or the slot guy will walk in, get the call, and the outside receiver will walk back in and communicate it. So that plays a factor, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't, because going into what your audibles are, and if they give you a certain look or something like that, or you hear, or they change a hand signal up here, and all you need is a hand signal. And okay, so the loud aspect of it is taken out of it because he gave me a signal, and now I know I convert because it's press man, and instead of running a slant, I gotta go. So
if you had a preference for a corner to walk up, do you want him to fear the deep ball, or do you want him to give you room? Because some receivers, I want the ball so I can get to work. Some are okay to rely on a quarterback's arm to throw you open.
Just give me a chance. It don't matter. Just give me a chance. As a receiver, your job is to catch the ball, to make those plays and everything like that. All you want is a chance. And especially if you in an offense to where we relying on running the ball and everything like that, they're going to stack the box. More than likely that they're not afraid of anything deep because you haven't shown it and everything like that. So if I'm these guys, I'm itching. Man, just please throw me something. I don't care if it's 2 yards short or whatever. Watch the catch that I'm gonna do. Who throws it, how he throws it shouldn't matter. As long as he gives you a chance to make a play and everything like that, that's what you want. That's how you get to the next level. That's what these scouts and everything like that is looking for. Of okay, who can get open, who can separate, and who can make plays when those crunch times come about.
It's always interesting because I in coaching it, you have different things you focus on.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to identify what your receivers are good at.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they don't get to that. And it's a little bit of a problem. All right, Harrison, throw us the break, bro. We'll come back.
Yep, absolutely. Real quick, though, I do want to get to this one just because it makes me laugh. The conservative Husker says, dang, you got DPE up here now. Wow, go Big Red. And that trend just continues. You've been listening to the ticket. It just keeps happening. You get more and more big names. But again, 1040 O Street, you guys want to check us out? We still got some of these Hall of Famers here. But nonetheless, we'll throw it to break here. Don't Putt Hour with DeMornay Pierson'El, DP. I'm Harrison. We'll be right back.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Repeat after me. I will not touch the fuse box.
I will probably not touch the fuse box.
Sip, do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember.
What happened?
Half of the city block lost power.
And?
My chicken condo went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do we do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-3415, or online at ambitionelectric.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Don't miss the Stars home opener on October 7th against the Madison Capitals. It's a Saturday night showdown at the Icebox as Lincoln welcomes an Eastern Conference opponent to the capital city for the first time since 2020. Purchase tickets for the home opener and you'll get the next day's game for free. Lock in your seats now at lincolnstars.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today. Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo.
Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de the Alzheimer's Association y the Ad Council.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Get all of your favorite restaurants delivered with VenueDelivered.com. One place for ordering delicious appetizers, refreshing salads, hot entrees, fresh sandwiches, and more. From Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, and all Lincoln Good Sense Subs locations. Download our phone app to earn rewards on all of your carryout and delivery orders. Available on Apple and Android, just search for the Pillar Restaurants app. That's the Pillar Restaurants app. Download today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see a chance of sprinkles early this morning. Otherwise, mainly sunny skies, a little bit breezy today, too. We'll see a high of around 72. Tonight, mainly clear skies with an overnight low of around 44. And tomorrow, a chance for showers early, then most sunny and breezy, and much cooler tomorrow, high of just 57. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today. Found in most local grocery stores.
Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the Don't Punt Hour. I am Harrison running the ones and twos. Host, as always, DeMornay Pierson'El. And as the text line continues to find out, yes, we do have DeMornay Pierson'El. And yes, he is followed after Ahman Green. So again, it's a great lineup that we have on Ticket Weeknights, and it's only getting better. 402-464-5685. Feel free to join in as we do, but nonetheless.
And we got Bach tonight, and then we got
what
Rocky
is the rest
Russo.
of the lineup?
Rocky Russo's at 9.
Right, okay.
And then I think Bach's going next, and then I think Rocky Russo.
Okay, sweet. So
So
we got plenty ahead.
So there'll be plenty to get you through tonight. And then I got to talk to you about, tomorrow, pregame. Come hang out with Jay. What's your schedule tomorrow? What do you got tomorrow?
I just got to pick up my little one. That's it.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about it afterwards. So it's pretty good. We were talking about Eric Bieniemy and why he's not a head coach. Should he be a head coach?
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Like,
he's very detailed, very well spoken. He's very knowledgeable of the game. He's had great. Honestly, Adrian Peterson thanks him for the way his career went and everything like that. And I not until maybe about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I didn't even know that he was his running backs coach in Minnesota. So I mean, he's been around some of the arguably greatest players to play certain positions and whatnot. And even though he did go to Colorado,
we forgive him.
Yeah, he is one of my frat brothers. So I've had some run-ins with him and everything like that. So
you're not supposed to have run-ins with your frat brothers.
Not anything bad.
Okay.
Not
All
anything
right.
bad.
Okay.
Dog was cool. He was cool.
All right.
I don't got nothing bad to say about
I gotta make sure. Is Greek life, is Black Greek life strong in Nebraska?
It has potential. I don't really know how it's been since I've left. At least the first 2 years after I was gone, I knew, it was alive, well, and popping. I'm not too sure how it is now.
Did you live with the football team or the Greeks?
Both. So
okay, there's a story. There's a story.
So
okay.
My roommate was actually Gerald Foster. He's actually in another part of another Greek organization.
Okay.
So it was me and him. We also lived with Mick Stolenberg, and then we had the fourth roommate was just. It ended up being Alex Borka, who was another football player. So it was kind of a frat house, but they had a good culture mixed.
Okay.
Alex would bring I think he was from a small town far away. I can't remember the small town, but he would go hunting all the time and skin a deer and skin it back at the house and everything like that. So,
no, my.
Yeah, I've seen some things, been a part of some
Oh,
things.
that was
Deer jerky.
Yeah.
Gerald is he's a construction guy, so I mean, he built.
Just a man's man.
He literally built a whole bar in our garage, and it was just it was fun. College was something serious.
And somehow he made it.
Yeah,
somehow he made it.
That was incredible.
All right, bro.
Know your why. Know
Yeah,
your why.
hey,
know your why.
Some stories have to
But
be
enjoy
told.
life. Yeah.
Some stories have to be told off air. But we'll get all that. That's DPE, Harrison Orange next to me. We appreciate y'all. Gonna hand it over to Bach. Let him do some of his business. And then Rocky Russo from the Lincoln Stars will take us at 9:00. It's full night. Thank you, Lincoln, very much. Appreciate you.